You can switch straight to super.
Well, I'm just trying to get Instagram straight.
Plug up them devices.
Plug up what device?
Your iPhone and your iPad.
The iPhone is plugged up, and this ain't. You told me to turn it off.
Yeah. This probably just locked.
Okay, I'm live on Insta.
You see the iPad feed, baby?
Okay, well, clearly I'm live. What's up? It is Super Duper. Frustrated because I couldn't get this shit going. But that's life, okay? I am from Chicago, Illinois. I am a loctician and barber. My business is called Supernatural. I'm here with my trusty motherfucking sidekick.
What it do? How y'all doing out there, man? I'm just glad.
He's like this every time. Every time I'll be over here ready to kick the fucking wind, and then he's just like this. I don't even know like who all would even be like catching me right now. Let me see. I don't even know. Like we just gonna roll like a million people watching, okay? Because we were supposed to been did this at a specific point, and we're late. Well, I'm late. He was ready. Pots of Pan Audio. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Okay. First of all, how was your day today, fam? Lord.
It was a great day, man. It was a great day. I had a podcast shoot this morning. I had a green screen rental today. So I had to change this room around 3 times today, and it just felt good to be able to do your own work for your own business.
Your own work for your own business.
Yeah, it felt great.
Go ahead and plug yourself because they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Own work for your own business. How many businesses? How many works?
Pots and Pan Audio, Tag Production, the R&D Lab. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
Look.
Pots and Pan Audio is the recording studio.
Okay.
Tag Production is the live sound parts or the live production of things, from podcast to live sound to going live stream. That's Tag Production. The R&D Lab is a record label we got, and then Nukem Enterprise is me. It's where you get me, and I can bring all this to you. You know what I mean?
All right, and I'm Supernatural. I got fucking natural hair all over the place. If y'all watch me on my stories, if you follow my page, if you look in, that motherfucker's in there. You know, I do a whole lot of other stuff, like including this. I get on here and I talk. You know, I talk a lot. So, like, I decided to put microphones, cameras around me, and just share my opinion because, like, that's just what I decided to do.
Right.
Yeah, but we've been talking about why black people can't get along. Okay, and we touched on apologies last week. Did you learn? What did you get anything for that? What did you?
Man, last week was that was my therapy session last week. You know what I'm saying? What was that? Sunday. That was Sunday, right?
Yeah.
That was Sunday. This is Friday. Like that session, I've been talking about that session all week.
Yeah.
With everybody, you know what I'm saying? With all my people who I talk to, and it really helped me just by the way that I think now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stress out. Don't want to beat myself up. I do want to be apologetic if needed, and I understand. I understand the ways to apologize.
Yeah, it really shows you how far off from healing that you really are. You know how willing you are to apologize. But to like give some perspective on what we're dealing with when I say apologize and like to people who have offended you, or you know the type of conflicts that you have, the type of relationships that have been broken along the way of you know your journey, and you being you, or you following your dreams, or you raising your kids, or you like being married or having a divorce, or any of that kind of stuff. Like the willingness to forgive lets you know how far off of the healing journey you really are. And like I talk about black people because I'm black. I talk about the experiences that involve me because which mine is more along the lines of relationships with family, relationships with romantic partners, things that have been friends, that break along the way of my journey of being the best me. Okay, it's how I can relate to everybody else in this. So like this is my perspective. I'm not saying that I am a professional. I'm not saying that I know every fucking thing. But what I do know is what I've been through, and I do know that I have a unique kind of way of seeing things like that. So
Flat burger.
going forward, it's like, all right, well, we were talking about communication. We were talking about communication as basically formed by our perception, and our perception is what either inhibits us from forgiving totally or healing totally. Okay, so I was talking to my sister about this earlier. Like, she took I was talking to her and a client, but like she took a developmental child development course.
Okay.
And she was basically saying that like you not being able to hit certain milestones in your life, inhibits you from maturing in the way that would allow you to be able to effectively communicate, that would allow you to be able to form healthy relationships, that would allow you to. So like if we really
there's really levels to this shit.
It's definitely levels, and like to really get a understanding, because as I talk to people, and as I look back on the things that people have said as far as the community in total, when you ask about what our community needs, people are always talking about resources and money. And I find that to be immature, because like as we have strived for that, and we have figures that have gotten more than enough money, they're still like limited in the way that they have really like effectively assisted the community. And the way that we project ourselves and present ourselves and communicate with each other in front of others, is not a mature way. So like we have a habit of saying, oh, I want to keep it real, I want to be 100, but a lot of times it's just being mean and nasty and hurtful and disrespectful. And like this is what shows up in our media, in our music, and in our like this whole masculine type of principle and way of being that's like shaped by our perspective of what the way that we see each other, and like the way that we was taught to see ourselves. Like it's a fucking mind clusterfuck of lies, because it was shaped by white male patriarchy, the perspective, that like we were taught to see each other in, and it's the masculine one, and that's the way that the value of the value has been set. Like white men have set this up to be their world. So to be a black man, striving to have the power of a white man, it's taught us to view ourselves, view our women, view our children in not the best of light. It's basically the way that we were taught, or the way they see us, we see each other, if I'm making any sense.
Yep.
Okay, so the developmental milestones, I got a cool video that I want to kind of like chime into and show y'all. It's a video by Dr. I want to say Eric something. I can't remember his name. Hold on. Eric Eric Erickson. Okay, this is what Eric showed me. So like, let's see if we can get this going. If we got audio.
Erickson's theory of psychosocial development identifies 8 stages which a healthy individual should pass through from birth to death. At each stage, we encounter different needs, ask new questions, and meet people who tell them you came from sprouts, they'll give you a temper. Erickson's theory of psychosocial development identifies 8 stages which a healthy individual should pass through from birth to death. At each stage, we encounter different needs, ask new questions, and meet people who influence our behavior and learning. Stage 1. Basic trust versus mistrust. As infants, we ask ourselves if we can trust the world, and we wonder if it's safe. We learn that if we can trust someone now, we can also trust others in the future. If we experience fear, we develop doubt and mistrust. The key to our development is our mother. Stage 2. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. In our early childhood, we experience ourselves and discover our body. We ask, is it okay to be me? If we are allowed to discover ourselves, then we develop self-confidence. If we are not, we can develop shame and self-doubt. Both parents now play a major role. Stage 3. Initiative versus guilt. In preschool, we take initiative, try out new things, and learn basic principles like how round things roll. We ask, is it okay for me to do what I do? If we are encouraged, we can follow our interests. If we are held back or told that what we do is silly, we can develop guilt. We are now learning from the entire family. Stage 4. Industry versus inferiority. Now we discover our own interests and realize that we are different from others. We want to show that we can do things right. We ask if we can make it in this world. If we receive recognition from our teachers or peers, we become industrious, which is another word for hard-working. If we get too much negative feedback, we start to feel inferior and lose motivation. Our neighbors and schools now influence us the most. Stage 5. Identity versus role confusion. During adolescence, we learn that we have different social roles. We are friends, students, children, and citizens. Many experience an identity crisis. If our parents now allow us to go out and explore, we can find identity. If they push us to conform to their views, we can face role confusion and feel lost. Key to our learning are our peers and role models. Stage 6. Intimacy versus isolation. As young adults, we slowly understand who we are, and we start to let go of the relationships we had built earlier in order to fit in. We ask ourselves if we can love. If we can make a long-term commitment, we are confident and happy. If we cannot form intimate relationships, we might end up feeling isolated and lonely. Our friends and partners are now central to our development. Stage 7. Generativity versus stagnation. When we reach our 40s, we become comfortable, use our leisure time creatively, and maybe begin contributing to society. Our concern is generativity. If we think that we are able to lead the next generation into this world, we are happy. If we did not resolve some conflicts earlier, we can become pessimistic and experience stagnation. People at home and at work are now who influences the most. Stage 8. Ego integrity versus despair. As we grow older, we tend to slow down and begin to look back over our lives. We ask, how have I done? If we think we did well, we develop feelings of contentment and integrity. If not, we can experience despair and become grumpy and bitter. Time to compare us with mankind. Erik Erikson was a German-American psychologist who, together with his wife Joan,
Telling you who he was. My bad. Yeah. So, I personally, if I'm not oversharing, I'm like right there at the fucking, I want to say intimacy and isolation.
Okay.
You know, where like I have difficulty forming healthy relationships. And it's probably because like I don't really trust good.
Okay.
And I don't really have the capacity to like have compassion and love, and you know, it's a milestone developmentally that I'm currently at. Like it's between 20 and 40. I'm gonna be 40 this year.
Okay. When?
This year. The day?
Yes.
September 12th.
September 12th. Okay. Make sure y'all put that down in y'all calendars.
No, please don't.
September 12th. Make sure you bombard his inbox on all social media saying happy birthday.
Thank you.
And send a little cash app reward. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
If everybody do $1 and it's $1 million of y'all, we good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We just made our brother a millionaire. You know what I'm talking about? Let's shoot for that, matter of fact.
All right. Because that's not what this is about.
It's building healthy relationships, right?
Look, I would like money, but like that's not what I'm talking about now. Like what I'm talking about is the immaturity of the way that we communicate. And I got other videos to kind of like make my point and show like how we talk at each other. Oh, you know what? Did you see Monique and her son going backwards and forwards?
No, but I heard about that. Somebody told me about that this morning.
Oh my God. So it was ridiculous.
This was on social media though.
This was on social media that her and her son went backwards and forwards. I don't know why.
How old is her son?
Her son is how old is that man? I want to say 25.
Okay.
He's having a tough time, like living, like without his, like, you know, she got into the industry, she left him behind, so he has a mother wound, and I don't know if you know anything about that, but like that basically, I got a video for that. Hold on, the video would explain a lot better. Hold on, give me 1 second. If I can go get out of here. Give me a second, y'all.
Fuck you up, you raggedy bitch. I just remember feeling like, bitch.
Super is doing that, man. I want to give a love and special thanks to my daughter who's behind the scenes right now making all this look beautiful and stuff. So if y'all give us some love, you know what I mean? Thank you, Jayana, baby. Love you, girl.
Lord have mercy. I love you too, Daddy. All right, look, let me play this. I'm looking for a black lady. I like for black people to talk to black people, so we're gonna do that one. Yeah.
Yes, I am so glad that you said this because that was going to be the next video I was going to make. So this is a perfect segue. The mother wound does not only affect men, it also affects women in a major way. Disclaimer, if you are someone watching this video, wait in to comment. But what about the father wound? You blame everything on women? June is dedicated to the father wound. We're going to talk all about it then. And if you want to check out my podcast, you can check out my Instagram. There's loads about the father wound. It's called My Sacred Return. But this month, we're just dedicating it to the mother wound. And we're going to speak about how mother-daughter enmeshment creates a sisterhood wound, creates women who are very unhealthy and dangerous also. Now, a big difference between mother-son enmeshment and mother-daughter enmeshment is that mother-son, there's a gender difference. Mother-daughter, there isn't. So this way, the mother lives vicariously through her daughter, almost as if they've got the same identity. She continues living out the dreams that she wasn't able to fulfill through her daughter, and if her daughter does not want to have those same dreams, it can become really vicious. She can turn really nasty towards her because ultimately she's seeing her daughter as her mask. Her daughter is supposed to live out her dreams and she's supposed to take all of the credit for it. And if the daughter decides to do anything different or does live out those dreams but doesn't give the mother the credit for it because she did it, not the mom can get really angry and aggressive and hateful towards this daughter, and this can actually be very, very harmful and dangerous. And then it creates women with this deep-rooted mother wound, sister wound, woman wound because their first enemy, the first person that treated them so bad, was the person who gave life to them. And this is the wound that actually creates the pick-me archetype that we see out in the world today, because there's this strong disdain towards their mother, which creates a strong disdain towards women, always wanting to be better than their mother, always wanting to be better than other women. And I've personally seen this develop into dissociative identity disorder and narcissistic personality disorder in women, because as they start to develop in life and they reach the point of adolescence to womanhood, they start to reject womanhood because they think they're going to become their mother. So say this is kind of like, there's womanhood, this is your adolescence and childhood. They get to this point and start to reject it, and they stay in the cattiness and the gossiping and the competitiveness because they think on the other side they're going to become their mother, not realizing by staying in this loop they stay attached to her. And because these women are so afraid of growing into a woman, they continue to seek things that uphold the old toxic narrative. So they'll try and be friends with mean girls, for example, and then when they get rejected, they're like, oh, see, women are evil. They'll go and get in a relationship with someone who's married, and then when the partner, reacts to them, they're like, oh, see, women have got a problem with me, they're jealous of me. They continue to keep themselves in this cycle because they're afraid of growing. So in order for them to have healthy relationships, they have to go back and heal their mother wound, which of course is hard, but not impossible. Yes, I'm so glad that you said this.
Okay. Am I back on? Oh, look, Lord have mercy. Fam over here tripping over cords.
Man, I'm safe, y'all. I'm safe.
So, when it comes to Monique and her son, now I'm trying to pull up the fucking page of like exactly what transpired. I got like notes from him, and he seems like a very
Educated brother.
Not only educated but like self-aware. Like he seems to present himself like healed in the way that she didn't get a chance to. And like he said something very very interesting to me, where he said to her that it's a shame that you lost so much of yourself that you have to live yourself through somebody else. Basically referring to like her husband, who like the nigga wouldn't let her talk. It was ridiculous.
Really?
It was ridiculous that like as they were having the discussion about the son, like she would not let him talk. Hold on, here goes something right here. I'm gonna play this. Let's see if I can pull this up all the way though.
Here we go again, right? Hi, I'm Shalon. I'm gonna jump right into it. I guess the intelligent thing to do when assuming that your son is having a mental episode is to post personal screenshots of text messages that are 3 years old in an attempt to validate a false narrative, as if they are some type of receipt. You also invaded the privacy of my daughter's grandparents by posting your receipts. Neither of you should never speak on mental health again if you thought that that idea was a good one. As a person who lives with mental health issues, let me be the first to educate you that there are individuals who have taken their lives, harmed, and also taken the lives of others for doing the very thing that you so proudly did and your fan base pats you on the back for, which is very telling to how strangers will buy into your toxicity. Picking up the phone to check on your son that you believe is having a mental episode to make sure that he is okay, while also making sure that your granddaughter is safe, is too much to ask, I guess. For those wondering, I have gone to therapy on several different occasions, and that is not something that I will ever be ashamed of. I have even gone to therapy with my mother on several occasions. But for those who know how efficient therapy works, therapy only works when both people are being open. My mother was still in her 15-year-old mentality phase during that time, so I guess I understand why she did not know how to be open with me during our sessions. When a person becomes accustomed to being a victim and others get used to seeing them as one, they live their lives in a state of internalization, meaning you consistently receive another's approach as an attack, constantly putting you under the illusion that you need to always be on the defense, even in situations where there is no actual attack, just an acknowledgement of things already said by you. One should not feel attacked by an acknowledgement of the words that they stand on. You eventually become a passive aggressor. To address the men that had something to say in regards to men don't do what I'm doing, let me be very clear. How I man is none of your business. What and how I feed my family has no place on your plate. For every person that stated I should not have come to the internet, I would just like to ask, what do Club Shay Shay, the articles about my mother and I's relationship, the interviews about our relationship, and Instagram all have in common? Well, if you are competent, the internet. Furthermore, I did not expose my mother, nor did I badmouth my mother. I simply provided context to what was already being said about me, while also explaining why I don't speak to them directly. The reason those that feel negatively about what I said are just having a hard time differentiating between Nikki Parker and Monique. Please stop with the cornball idea that a celebrity can talk about a family member on the internet for years, but God forbid said family member says any one thing, and you all are outside with tiki torches and pitchforks defending not the actual person, but the idea of a person. These people are in an industry that is efficient at making money off of what is pretend. So in essence, you are defending a character. I love my mother, and it took the birth of my daughter to help me begin to understand the value of a mother. I am very proud of my mother, though, and I'm proud of the things that she has accomplished and will go on to accomplish in the future. My mother's bad, man. I watched that woman go from Baltimore to the moon. That drive is also in my daughter's blood. Not only is she still my mother, she's also a part of history, and I would be doing my daughter a disservice by not telling her about who my mother is and was. But since those messages that you posted were used as some type of a receipt to validate your false narrative, I figured I would take some time to gather up my receipts to validate my decision to move forward with my life without my mother in it. I do want to thank you all for listening for the now final time that I will ever address this topic, and I will leave you with my receipts.
Yeah, I think we are. But like, yeah, like a lot of us millennials, like I resonate with him a lot on that because, like, I've chosen basically the same thing where like people can't really get like you can only see a person for what they are, and like when they're not hitting the milestones, they can't really see. Like Monique, you have to see it in real time. I got a little bit. I'm not gonna play this whole clip, but instead of me explaining it, I'll explain the best way that I can, like in my situation. You know, when you are trying to communicate with people, like people, they have to be able to hear you, they have to be able to see you, they have to be able to understand where you're coming from. And otherwise, it's just a waste of energy. It's just a waste of time. Constantly revisiting all the trees in the forest as far as like who shot John. Okay, like at some point in that, it's just exhausting and a waste of time. Where it's like you're not going to get this. You don't have the tools to get this because I see where you are. Like I see that one of those milestones that I just played, like you in there somewhere, where like because I'm like actually paying attention and being self-aware and working on myself and trying to have the conversations. That's the key. Like usually you can tell a person is on a healing journey when they actually are trying to communicate. And say, okay, well, and usually that don't happen necessarily on your own time. And me personally, I waited. I let time go by and come back, check in. It's like, okay, it's just exhausting at some point where I don't know whether you'll be ready at some point. I don't know whether you'll be able to take accountability for you enough to be able to come and speak with me. But I can't like not live my life. So I choose to move forward and wish people well, where it's like in ways that I know these motherfuckers don't wish me well. I'm the villain in their story, where it's like, this motherfucker, he went crazy, he don't talk to me, we don't know what's wrong with him, weird shit, where it's like I can tell you like forwards and backwards like what my issue is, but yeah, so like I resonate with him a lot on that. Like, do you have anything to add? It's like I'm just rambling at this point.
Nah, you know what I'm gonna say.
That's deep. Okay. I'm gonna play this clip from Monique. Hold on. Because like if you notice, like you can really see this was the first time I was
his receipts was dope though.
I was on Monique's side because like I'm a fan. But then like we have to really address this whole fan thing and fandom, because like we can't let people like escape accountability when it comes down to why is this like this, when it comes down to us like liking them and like respecting them. It shouldn't like give them permission to like not develop, basically. Right. It shouldn't give them permission to be disrespectful or mean or immature and like put out poison in the music. Like, look, we know what we dealing with, and like a lot of it we feel like that it don't have no effect on the human body, but like I just played the fucking video, y'all. Like, y'all know, I mean, you heard like a baby cry. You leave a fucking baby crying, it's not gonna trust you. Okay, you thought that she was innocent. Right. And it's like now you fucking with the baby's personality, emotions early on to where it don't feel safe in the fucking world. That shit follows you forever. And I also feel like it's always gonna be two sides to everything. Not everybody in the world wants this healing. Mm-hmm. Not everybody in the world. That's why he decided to walk away. Facts. But and like I feel 100% on that. My thing is like when people ask, they like, damn, well, what's wrong with Black community? Why they can't come together and do this and do that? Well, maybe at this point it's not time for motherfuckers to come together. Facts. Maybe until we actually do the healing and do what it is that we need to do. Facts. Like motherfuckers that's need to get the fuck away from people that's toxic. Facts. So you're gonna see a whole lot of relationships and shit like being broken and put at an end because you can't be around that shit if you want to continue a positive race in any kind of fucking way where people can be seen and people can not be judged and people can be respected and heard and all that kind of shit. Facts. So like getting that healing yourself and then being able to bring that attitude to an old situation, it's still tough because you don't even know if that situation from the other side door is closed. Yeah. You don't even know if they took that healing. Because if they did, now you walking into rage. Yeah, well, you'll know because, the energy will be different. You'll know because you'll be able to feel it. Trust me. They're going to come different. You're going to know when a person is doing the work because they're going to step to you differently than what they normally would. It's not going to be about you and what you did. It's going to be about them and what they learned about what the fuck happened. You know, so like all of that is things that we don't have to worry about. Like I'm not the fucking accountability police. I'm not responsible.
Yo, that's a hoodie right there. I'm not the accountability police.
Accountability. I'm not the accountability police. I'm not here to make sure you're being 100 in your life. Like if you either you fit or you fucking don't fit. You know, at this point.
That's pretty much, man.
You know, and like
take that shit with a grain of salt.
I want you all to really look at this clip because like I was a little disappointed and like I learned. You said why? Yeah. Because I was able to see the blockages and the adolescence and the infancy on Monique when I thought that she was a pretty well-rounded individual. And it's sad because like when it's shown and you can see it and like she's trapped in her reality and she thinks that she's standing on something that she right. And it's like all this time you've been fucking up your career like people been saying. You know, based on this shit here. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this, and I just want y'all to pay attention to who the fuck talking. Pay attention. Now this is a response to, and I like any mother out there. Like I want you to pull up, mothers out there. If your child said, "Hey, you know, you harmed me, you hurt me, X Y X Y X Y," and instead of them calling you, they posted the fucking shit online, and you seen it, would your fucking response to be to get online and sit next to somebody and not talk? Would your response be like talking to fucking strangers, or would you be pulling up to their fucking house? So, like, I just want y'all to see the shit.
With your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear. Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this. Those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
The children. Raise their children up to being adults.
Right on. Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things. The reason why it was so important for us to entertain these conversations that we typically have privately, or that we're influenced to have privately amongst the people in our community, is because we need to stop being embarrassed about being human beings and about being black human beings. You will oftentimes hear us saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things, that is the slave's mentality. It makes us believe that we as black people need to conduct ourselves with dignity because white people are watching. You should conduct yourself with dignity because the spirit of you is watching. But we need to have these conversations out loud and taboo because we have a finite period of time together here on this earth. You will travel through infinity with the spirit that you have all alone, and you will not remember the ridicule that you receive, but you will be judging yourself. You will be determining for the rest of your life which way that you go as you have thus far. So this conversation is about speaking directly to what situations are. And many people oftentimes, when they are presented with an issue, they stay quiet, they hide, they disappear. And what we're saying is that's not who we are, because what you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, But what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time. I forgot to have my phone to read the last text message that I gave to you, Shalon, where I told you about the understanding of how you are speaking to a woman and how you as a man and how you perceive things may be completely different from how your wife, how your mother, how your sister, how your daughter will look at things. And when you learn how to communicate a little bit better, then things happen a little bit better because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness. So we're communicating that out loud to speak to our community, to say, listen, y'all, if we have more public conversations, there will be less private angst.
Come on.
There will be less private issues that we carry on because we're afraid to communicate in front of white folks.
So when we get to a place where you want to be free, you will stop being scared to say what's real. You'll stop being fearful of having conversations that normally take place in private and nobody ever really knows the outcome.
Have with your father.
Put it on me, cause did you just hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Did you just hear that shit there? What the hell are you talking about? Have the conversation publicly instead of privately. Here it is. Your son said what he said to you. He said that he had an issue. Why the hell is your response to jump on live to respond to it other than going to where he is? This is a person that got more resources than me. I know that you got more frequent flyer miles than me, ma'am. I know that. Come on now. But like, this is what we're dealing with, and like, if you listen to his first statement, like, he said that. He said that she was more interested in being a celebrity. She was more interested in making the money. She was more interested in, you know, and challenged her, like, to say, okay, well, you know, if you feel any differently about what I'm saying, like, tell me what you've done for me other than money. And like their response was all about money and the things they was doing for him. You know, which like made this point to everybody. Everybody seen that shit, you know. And like my point in showing y'all this and like even like mentioning it is like everything in our community is about get money. Money, get you respect. Like we only respect motherfuckers with money. They can be the most disrespectful, illegitimate, no dignity, no integrity, no like shameful individuals that ever walked the fucking planet. You know, talking about the most vile and disgusting, you know, acts and premises that ever been exhibited on the fucking planet. And as long as they got money, black folks is gonna be, oh, you know, woo, yeah, you know, clap it up for this person. They must be substantial because they have $1 million. You know, and like in our relationships, because like I said, like I have difficulty forming healthy relationships, whereas like the money ain't gonna keep you fucking happy, okay? Like and it's literally exhibiting and playing out for you right in front of your damn eyes. Look at this shit. You don't even have enough dignity and respect and integrity for yourself. You gonna make it about white people and about what they seeing? Instead of you having enough love and feel like when yourself jumps on the internet and says, hey, don't discuss me in this way, your response is to say, oh, I can do that because the white man don't control me. That's you and in your entertainment life, not at your home life. It ain't no white people in our fucking house. So what the hell are you talking about? Why do you think that this person can solve all your problems? You jumping up and you talking about Oprah, you talking about Tyler Perry, you talking about, all this it like is given trapped in the motherfucking closet. Okay.
R. Kelly trapped in the closet.
Is given trapped in the closet because like like she's sitting there and she thinks she right, like that sweetly seasoned lady.
This goes back to what you were saying, where we had the podcast to where how people think their perception of what the truth is mine.
Right.
It's not yours. What you're saying is a lie.
Right.
Mine's is right. Now that needed to go say, is that an illness?
It's a developmental milestone that has not been hit.
And what milestone is that?
I just played the video. Like, I don't know, honey. I don't know. You know what I do know is that
How, Sway?
is
I thought you had all the answers.
No. I gave a disclaimer earlier. I
know,
said that I do not
I know.
have. All I'm doing is sharing my opinion. I'm having a conversation, and like you motherfuckers, you jump in the comments, have a conversation. If you watch the fucking video, okay. What I am saying is that the level of aggression that is exhibited in our community, without the nurturing, self-care that would hear and feel a child, now hear and feel a child cry out for his mother and not show up at that doorstep.
Right.
Like, this is the level of parenting that you've always done. And I'm talking about Monique, if you ain't. I never stopped, okay? The receipts that she produced, like, he was talking about, I gave y'all the receipts. I'm sure y'all text messages. Like, this is 2024. Like, he was showing shit from all the way to 2021. As far as the last time that, you talk. So it's like, this is the level of parent that, like, you don't understand how to be a mother. And there's so many other women out here that have challenges being a mother. Okay? More than like she had mother wound, just like we just played in the fucking video. However, this is the way it looks when it's exhibited out and played out. And we just lucky enough that this is a celebrity that, we get to see and see ourselves where it's like, oh, damn, I can resonate with that because this ain't no different than me. This ain't no different than, XY. So, yeah, perspectives.
Different
okay,
perspectives. Yeah,
different perspectives.
She definitely took that a different.
Let me see if I can
She just felt different than how he felt.
Yeah.
And I get it. I understand where she's coming from a different perspective. But from a parenting perspective, it's just like that's your shorty, man. You know what I'm saying? At that point, he's hurt. Hear him out.
Yeah.
Your but you didn't even have to. We didn't even have to know about this though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we did. Like God. So like God is good.
It's definitely
like if you can step out of your own ego enough to step out of your own ego enough to pay attention, see what's happening, and get the lessons, rather than thinking that everything is about you and taking offense to it, then you'll be able to learn the fucking shit. Where it's like, I'm human. I know that because I only have two fucking eyes and my head only goes one way at a time, that I'm probably liable to make a mistake somewhere. I'm liable to not see shit the same way that somebody else gonna see it. I'm liable to the way that as hard as I'm fucking trying out here, I'm not gonna get it perfect, and I don't have to be because I'm human.
Facts.
So like if I'm open in that way. Hold on 1 second.
We on hold, y'all. So go ahead, drop down your favorite R&B song. What's your favorite R&B song? Drop that in the comments. Definitely, I want to know. I definitely want to know your favorite R&B song. I got a couple.
What the hell are you talking about? R&B songs.
Oh, I'm waiting for you. I was just talking about R&B though.
Don't get off track. If you gonna talk, like you can at least talk about what the fuck we talking about. Talking about R&B. So I'm talking to Charles. I'm trying to chime him in. I guess he didn't hear me what I said. Okay. So he asking me Matter of fact, let me record this instead of type it. So, and then I'll just record it on here. He asking me that if they're still ready at the event. He said he recorded the people asking what color they saw. So, like, I need you to call my other phone and play the video so I can play it for the people. We're on live right now. And don't you be like confusing the fucking people. So, like, I got another video because, like, I wanted to show people, and I know that we all know how it looks like to have, like, communication issues. Do I want to do that? Different perceptions. I guess this will fit. Hold on. Yeah, like, this will fit. Let me find this video real quick. Because I don't think that
while he find this video, communication this year has been very good for me. Coming out from 2020.
Look, you making it weird actually.
I was less upfront.
Like, in what way?
Just like, if it was a problem, you wouldn't have known. If I needed help, I wouldn't have asked.
What you mean?
Just like,
and when you say communication, what you talking about? You talking about to who?
Just to people that I'm around, or that acts.
Do you talking about to your kids?
Nah, just, well, yeah, my kids too, but just in anybody who's around. Like, if I'm on a site at a gig, you know what I mean, and I hurt myself, they be like, yeah, I'm good, or I wouldn't even say nothing.
Yeah,
I was weird, but that was the phase of my life.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna keep being weird.
Hold on, this is calling me now. Can you call my other phone?
We doing something different. Hope y'all like it. You know.
Okay. We chimed Charles in. We had him on site at this event.
Is your phone?
It's still plugged up.
Oh, there you go.
We just waiting on
Cool,
him to
look at that. We got
call.
the phone hooked up.
Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, good job, baby girl.
Okay. Should I be looking at this?
Yeah, you can look at that.
If I play the video, if it's gonna have sound, or we can see.
I'm finna share the my screen.
I'm saying I don't know if it's gonna play sound on my end with me being.
No, I think you have to share your screen.
Turn that audio on camera 3.
You talking to me,
Which
or you
is
talking about
iPhone 1.
Okay.
If you did, you good, but I don't see nothing coming through.
Okay, so just play the video. I hope you ain't got nothing crazy in your phone. Lord, you ain't finna get my page shut down. What color did he say he saw? Blue and black. Tan it. Green and teal. Is this playing through the thing? Oh wait.
All blue and black. Okay. What color is this dress? Blue and black again. Yo, yo. What? I asked him. I shot at the now as well. He's a motherfucking six-time champion like Jordan. Why you go? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. It's blue.
That's multi-bakery. We're normalizing rudorellas, hemp, and cannabis as houseplants.
Yeah, we're tagging them right fucking now. Wait, no, that's white and it's gold.
How do you say blue then white and gold?
Okay, he said it changed. Wait, look, I got this. Okay, so what color is this dress?
White and gold.
My fucking boy! Yo, what color?
We already asked him.
What? I have one more. I guess it's deleted, but you get the picture. We got two white and golds out the whole night, which is not odd because we always get a few far less white and golds than we get blue and black. But we got two, so we know it's out there.
Okay. Okay. Look, we got
Now, what the fuck y'all talking about at 11 o'clock?
child. We just getting we just getting up and rolling.
Because they be late.
Look, that's the you in that gold and whatever the fuck dress, honey.
Whatever. That gold dress was on time, baby.
Yeah, but thank you, guys. We're gonna get back to what we're doing, and
Hey guys, and this Big Daddy CJ. If you want to follow me at _Big Daddy.
they know who you are, honey.
I'm just saying, you know,
They-
introduce myself. My name is Ho.
You all over my page. They know who you are.
I'm over here with Juicy Dynamite. Make some noise for Juicy Dynamite. Okay, thanks. I'll
Thank
see you later.
Thank you. All right, bye. Okay, so let me pull up this dress here, just in case motherfuckers don't know what the hell we talking about. I know that audio was horrible. I hope that y'all could hear it. This is the dress, and like the whole idea is like everybody see it differently. This dress kind of represent every situation that we all are in. You know, where we can't see what the other person is feeling. We can't see what the other person thinks. And like it's causing conflicts because people are stuck in the way that they see things.
Really? So everybody seen this picture tonight, and they was giving a different of what they saw.
Right. We already did this, fam. Like you saw this. We have footage of you actually answering the question.
And what did I say it was?
I think that you said it was blue and black.
Really?
What you see now?
I think you said it was blue and black.
I definitely still see blue and black. So you think it's white and gold?
Yes, it's
Okay,
definitely
so
white and gold.
He thinks that it's white and gold.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So like when things like that arise, you get disagreements. You get conversations that you can't necessarily remedy. Relationships get broken and shit like that. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this video. I've been sitting on this. I'm gonna revisit this back again. If y'all ain't following me, follow me on my Insta. What is this? Oh, here we go.
You don't have Twitter?
I do have Twitter, but like I don't be on there.
Man, you'll be popping on Twitter.
I don't know. Like I don't follow things real time enough.
I think you just need to find something that you want.
Look at this. This is a parent that found out their son was doing OnlyFans, and like this is one of the ways they responded. Hold on.
Found out his son was doing.
Yeah.
You approached me. You approached me. I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. How am I in your space when I'm sitting down? See, Elaine, you just so twisted, Elaine. You so twisted, Elaine. You so twisted. We need to be on Steve Harvey or Dr. Phil. We need to be on Steve Harvey or Dr. Phil.
Your mama must have been on crack.
Who must have been on crack?
Your mama.
You act like you on crack the way you acting.
Oh, yeah.
The way you acting. How do you go adopt children and treat them the way you treat them? Huh? This is why they say people that cannot have kids, this is the reason why. This is why you couldn't have kids, Elaine. This is why you couldn't have kids, Elaine. This is why you couldn't have kids, Elaine, because you don't know how to treat people. You want to start a problem out of nothing. Are you approaching me?
Jordan, now let me
Are you approaching? What do you want to tell me?
Yes,
Why are you taking my phone? Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Don't touch my phone. You approached me. What's wrong? You so mad? You so mad? Why 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 you so mad, Elaine? Why you so mad? You're right. I am a whole lot of things, but they don't bother me. I'm a whole lot of. What's wrong?
I'm scared of you, Jordan.
You gonna put your hands on me?
I'm not scared of you. And
Why are you approaching me? Why are you approaching me? Can you back up?
No.
Why are you in my face? Why are you in my face? Elaine, can you move?
I don't have to back up.
Can you move, please?
No.
Why are you in my face, Elaine?
Oh, Jordan.
I'm
scared of you, Jordan.
I want you to hush. And first of all, what I said to you, I asked you.
Oh, yeah.
I asked you
maybe I need to go
if
live.
you had.
Go live. I mean, you're not going to have but about.
That don't matter.
Okay, cool. I have like over 100,000.
Oh, we know because you've been sucking and getting the ass.
I might be, but that's something that you tried to do, and obviously it didn't work.
Oh, no, baby. I never tried to do that.
Oh, really? You want to roll the
You're
tape?
going to have to go, Jordan.
Elaine,
If
let me
you're
tell
gonna
you
talk,
something.
If you're going to go all
Elaine,
talking about your
but
mother and all
I'm
of
not
that,
talking about her.
you won't.
Okay. Look, I done played all my clips. Well, not all of them. I got one more, but
that shit wow.
Tell me what you think is wild about it, cause like I'm making a point.
Okay, I just think it's wild that they brought it to social media. Like I felt like they could have took care of that in their own home space.
But can you find the similarity between that clip and then the Monique clip?
Well, that clip, they was in the same house.
They was in the same house, but it still ended up on social media.
It did.
Like, why are people weaponizing social media?
That's true. That's a great question, though. Was he looking for justice from social media?
Justification. Remember I told you about the excuses and lies, and that justifies your behavior. So like you try to find can I get the camera time? When you find excuses and lies justify your behavior, and like you try to find people that support that, which is why you don't have the conversation that you supposed to have with the people that you're supposed to have it with. You would rather go and find people that's going amen all the shit that you're not saying to the people that you're supposed to be saying it to.
Facts.
Okay,
that's
so both Monique and him, because he's the one that posted, she didn't post it on her pages, are looking for justification for their behavior to feel right. Yeah, when all in all, like, white man or not, like, nobody's supposed to be in your business.
That's to get to okay, I'm right. These are my fans. It's kind of like people want to build their own communities. My community say I'm right,
and like I can exist in that.
Yes.
I'm building my own reality. I'm building my own fantasy. About what's really going on. And like I said, like point out anything that's mature in the past few clips. If you can find something that's mature in the clips, I give you $100. DM me. Okay, because that's my point. Like if it's not mature, then it's immature.
In on this.
If it's not mature, then it's immature.
If it's not mature, then it's immature.
And if it's immature, then like we talking about grown people. The grown Monica's damn near 60 years old. Wow. Her son is 25. Like we talking about grown people. And then the past clip that I just played, he was 23. The two of the parents, they look like in their elder years. They was older.
Really feel that's what the world is coming to, though. Everybody's building their own community. These are my community friends that I go to.
It's being represented online.
Yeah, these are the people that I run to when there's a situation, and they know that I'm right. Fuck, I know that I'm right. They know that I'm right. Hey, here's the situation. Well, what did you say? Mm-hmm. Well, you're fucking right.
Right, because like I watch your content. I watch your media. I respect you. I idolize you. Yeah. All of which you really don't know a person outside of the public persona. This is why he said that it's sick that people are coming to him defending Nikki Parker. It's like you don't even know her. But based on the images that you have seen, you feel courageous enough to step up and tell me about what I should and should not do in regards to my own mother. Is that mature? Like, it sounds like to me that, and I always bring up the Will Smith slap. Right. Because that was the first time that I exhibited, that was the first time that I seen, like, wide across the spectrum, the immaturity across the community, where it was like, y'all really gonna sit here and defend a person committing an assault on national television and then blame it on, again, white people looking, okay, and say, oh, we get to act out in this way because insert. It's like, no, anybody that, is an adult is going to handle things like a fucking adult. Where in your prism of life does it give you permission to act like a child? Okay? And then call it a man. Same people that, challenge manhood on every single level, like here it is, you worked your whole fucking life. He worked his whole life. He was getting an Oscar that night. Other people were getting an Oscar that night. Like, the whole thing overshadowed everybody that won. Like, tell me the trade-off on that. Like, I'm so glad that I didn't say that, because, like, that was disrespectful to Jada Pinkett. But it was coming up, and I caught it. But tell me where in that did Jada Pinkett stop being Jada Pinkett. Like, you defended her like basically a possum defends a can of goddamn trash. Where it's like, this ain't no good for you no damn way. I don't know what you're jumping up and doing this for, but like, this is for his own,
his community within himself.
Thank you.
He felt like that was the right thing to do.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, wait, let me take that back. They thought it was the right thing to plan at that time.
Yeah, I think. So I'm gonna put a pin in that. Like, to recap, motherfuckers are immature because they haven't hit the developmental milestones. And instead of hitting the developmental milestones, we've been focusing on getting money because we've been broke all this fucking time. The world is exhibiting to us all these rich, stupid ass motherfuckers that have not done, any of the work required to display themselves as healthy adults in media. And it's basically like reaffirming all the toxicity that exists in the community enough for us to feel right when we're wrong. Okay. So, why can't black people get along? This is what we're talking about. you know, I started with communication. We went to apologies. Now we talking about developmental milestones. Like, these are all different things, all attributed to the same fucking thing. When you see a person on TV talking about my pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Why is that anybody's business?
Definitely. Definitely not.
So, I'm super duper. Follow me every fucking where. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then follow Fam every fucking where as well. Fam North. Do I have it right?
Yeah.
That's FAMNORF.
Yep.
Everywhere.
That's it.
Pot and pans.
Pots and pans.
It's pots and pans.
No S on the pans.
Pots and pan audio.
Yeah.
That's POT. A&D.
POTS.
POTS. A&D. PAN. Audio. Every fucking where. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow Big Daddy CJ. He got underscores and shit in his name that I don't know. Follow Juicy Dynamite. I don't know how she got thrown in there. She ain't been in here.
Who the hell is Juicy Dynamite?
Look, that's Erica.
Okay.
She ain't been up
Okay,
until
yeah,
here.
now you definitely got to show your work to get that recognition.
I told her that I wanted her to call in and explain the developmental milestone thing. She could do it better than me because she took the class.
Well, that's true.
She gave me the videos and I played them instead.
Well, maybe we can have her talk about it, send us a video, and we can upload it. Maybe. Okay. Hey, you the boss.
Maybe.
You the boss.
Yeah. So, like, we don't call this a wrap, honey, because it's 11 o'clock and I got to get up in the morning to do some hair, and we got a big day. Shit. Follow me on my stories if you want to see. That's that shit.
Peace.
Peace.